So many crimes in such little time.
Today we're challenging two chefs to throw off the shackles,
Cooking my biryani in my kettle.
and break the laws of cooking.
ASA kind of regulate all the rules
Did not expect you to
around
go here.
They'll each create a rebellious dish without being able to see what the other is concocting until all is revealed at the end of the battle.
These are a lot bigger than I thought.
Chefs, are you feeling naughty?
Yeah, always.
Then begin cooking in 3, 2, 1, crime time!
Right, Mike?
Okay, Kush.
Yeah.
What's the plan?
Crime time. First crime, I'm going to make 5 dishes when one would do. We can say these are small plates.
Okay.
Yeah, tapas. Could be a ploughman's. We're going to start with another crime, carbonara.
Okay.
Right, I've got lovely rendered guanciale, pecorino romano, pre-grated, grated parmesan. Rather than using eggs, I'm going to use a lovely vegan cheese sauce, because vegan food and pork, beautiful. And then the real thing with this is people using cheap ingredients to elevate. So, truffle oil.
Lovely.
No truffle in this, just truffle aroma. So I'm going to make a truffled carbonara with a vegan cheese sauce, but I'm going to use ramen, because crime time, putting ramen in everything. You don't need to, but I'm going to.
You've been accused of this before.
Yeah, so we're going to play along to that. Garlic in the carbonara, crime time. And I also bought a whole black truffle to put in it as well, because what's better than truffle oil and real truffle together? Nothing.
It's great.
Yeah?
It sounds riddled.
Riddled. So we're going to get some garlic and chop it first. I've seen many crimes since working at Sorted. One of them is slicing things on plates, sometimes during judging, sometimes just before sexies.
I worry about the state of the knife I heard on that plate.
This isn't my knife, so.
Ebbers, you seem to have started in a stereotypically calm fashion.
Yeah, so I'm gonna break other people's rules. People that I admire, but some rules are allowed to be broken. So Alice Waters, who's like accredited for pretty much bringing the farm to table modern movement to America the last 50 years, she said microwaves are an insult on the senses.
Right.
And basically have no place in the kitchen. Cooking should take time and be done, with heat and fire, not waves. So I say, stuff that. All my green stuff I'm cooking in the microwave today, and it's starting with leeks in white wine that's seasoned with lemon peel, some of my mushroom seasoning, salt and pepper, into the microwave to soften, because actually I only want the rings of leek.
Mike, I can see how this battle's going to go. I think Ebbers is going to be committing white collar crimes.
Small felonies.
Yeah, exactly. The ones that people don't really know are crimes.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to need a jury over this side.
Another fantastic author that I love, Michael Pollan, but he wrote
Suffer from hay fever much?
50 food rules to live your life by. Most of them are a lot of common sense. Some of them I disagree with, and I'm going to break. One of them, he said, was never eat any food that your grandmother wouldn't recognise as food. And he used the example of a strawberry frube. And it was like, it looks more like a toy. What is this yogurty thing in a tube of plastic that's cartoonified? It's not food.
Pringles.
Pringles, another good example.
Yeah.
So I'm using a pouch of ambient rice, a jelly of stock cube, and some freeze-dried herbs, because my grandmother wouldn't know what any of those were.
So I wanted to not taste anything.
That is a crime. That is a real crime. That's a crime against chefing.
But I can't.
No.
I can't not.
No.
Because at the end of the day, it has to be delicious. And that's why I've started the ramenara now.
Lovely,
so it can be at the right
lovely
temperature
work.
in about an hour when we eat it. Right? Because you want it fresh. Spread it out so it's a nice sharing portion. Let that cool down. And while it's hot, gonna get some truffle over it. That is dish 1 done.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna put this in the freezer to cool down. You'll see why later.
Okay.
I'm not going to use another pan for my next dish because I don't mind if the flavours bleed over.
Okay.
Crime time, right? Everything can taste the same.
Okay.
Yeah, saves me washing up as well, and I don't want to throw this in the bin.
Okay.
Right, next dish, we have tater tots with some of Jamie's favourite hot, sweet jalapeno relish.
Yeah,
Spaff. You like
Yes,
that, don't
mate.
you?
I love that one.
Yeah, with some burger cheese, herb cream cheese. So basically, I'm making a tater tot green chili cheeseburger dauphinoise, and I'm topping it with a bit of A5 Wagyu beef from Japan. And this is BMS score 10 to 12, so this is the highest quality beef you can get in the UK. So I'm just going in with my cheese now. Traditionally, dauphinoise, no cheese, so crime time, adding cheese to it, adding garlic and herb cream cheese.
Ebbers, can you give us a picture of what it is that you're making?
Stuffed leeks, gratinated with a delicious sauce from around the world. A little bit of fish, a little bit of microwave green puree. Like a classic, quite seasonal, quite summery dish. But lots of published food rules that I'm breaking along the way. When we spoke about this, my mind instantly went back to Can't Be Asked. We did 3 Can't Be Asked cookbooks, and each time it was about hacks and convenient tips and tricks that get you pretty much there, that as sorted and as chefs we say, that's A-OK. So it's still going to be delicious, we're just going to hack our way there.
Spaff, how do you cook very highly marbled steak?
Without any other fat?
Right. What would you cook it in? Cast iron?
I mean, I'd go for a frying pan.
Frying pan, right. We're going to deep fry this A5 Wagyu in schmaltz. This is chicken fat.
In the Normals Food Crimes battle, Barry made a burger out of Wagyu and we lost thousands of subscribers.
Why?
Because you should be treating Wagyu like that with respect. So, as a chef, why is this worth doing?
So, you've heard of the katsu sando?
Yeah.
The Wagyu katsu sando, right?
Yeah.
That's deep fried Wagyu in a bun. I'm doing deep fried Wagyu but with potatoes.
With dauphinoise.
With dauphinoise. You don't want to eat Wagyu medium rare, it's too fatty. You want to eat it medium so the fat is being able to render out of it and it coats your tongue rather than chewing through cold, unrendered beef fat. So I'm going to go for medium and a bit more.
It's just 5 days to go until our epic summer live-streamed weekend. We're turning a decommissioned prison into the ultimate fun foodie test centre to challenge us on some of our most iconic past cooking failures. It's 2 days of the most fun, food, tips, chaos, games and hanging out that you could ask for. Grab some food and sit down with us live or on demand for 30 days and find out if it'll be redemption or repeat. Either way, it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. So, Ebbers, you've microwaved the leeks, they're steamed, you're now emptying your leeks.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the middles we'll use for something else, but I just want these tubes, because that's what we're going to stuff. So you then stuff that with our rice. Now, our rice mixture, I'm going to basically put that in a piping bag and pipe it inside of our leeks.
You're making like leek canoli.
Yeah, I guess so. Cover it in a delicious sauce and then gratinate it.
I mean, that sounds delicious.
Good.
Oh, wow.
Right, so this is a pure fusion dish. India meets Korea.
Okay.
Pouch biryani, and it says to microwave, don't have one of those, or put it in a pan of water, don't have one of those. But I've got a kettle on the floor there, so I'm just going to put this whole thing in the kettle and boil it in the bag. We'll see if this works.
Mike, I can't describe to you how calm it is over here.
I just can't get a word in edgeways.
Oh! I can't convey how the opposite of that is over here.
I've never done this before.
I really think you should go and have a look at what's going on there because I need a breather.
Okay.
Hello, Evers.
Hello.
Oh, wow, that looks cool.
Oh my God.
You want to taste it?
It's really nice.
It's really nice. Spaff, you joined me for an episode of Biryani Meets Bibimbap. Right?
Oh God, right, yeah.
Cooking my biryani in my kettle.
Kush, that's our last working kettle in the studio.
That's not my fault. I bought 3. We moved here, we have 1.
Right.
I'm now going to make tuna mayo to go through it, like you get in onigiri.
Yep.
From Japan.
Yep.
Right? So I've got a lovely bit of bluefin tuna here. It's going to go into that chicken fat again.
Why are you using a nice tuna steak? Isn't bluefin tuna a crime time in itself?
No. This is from Cornwall. This is ethically sourced.
Ebbers, what is going on? You're piping rice.
Yeah, basically I've made a filling, which is nicely and heavily seasoned, and then this is going to go inside of our leek tubes.
Where did this idea come from?
I just thought, have you ever stuffed a leek?
I trust the brand. They make lovely chili pickles. I've never had this. I don't know what's going to come out of this pouch.
That could be a crime time in there.
We're about to find out. There you go. Instant biryani, tuna, mayo, Indian onigiri bibimbap.
And are you, from an onigiri perspective, are you shaping the rice?
No.
No, right.
Ebbers, are you hearing what's going on over the other side?
I'm trying to zone out.
It smells confused. I enjoy fusion when it's done for the right reasons. That isn't. At all.
No.
No?
No.
That is disrespectful to multiple cuisines, but we will still eat it later, won't we?
We will, because
Yeah.
it's not disgusting.
And that is what I'm trying to achieve in this video. Crime time, not disgusting.
Cool.
Yeah, if I get there, that's me peaked. One thing that I've been looking at a lot recently, the overzealous use of things like gold leaf.
Everywhere.
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 For no reason at all.
Well, you say no reason.
Does it taste nice?
No.
No. So what we're going to do here is gold leaf chicken nuggets in burger buns.
Mike and I had this in Dubai.
You've had gold nuggets with ranch?
Yeah, we had
not with
24
ranch.
carat gold nuggets.
I need something for the gold leaf to bind to.
Right.
Gold leaf doesn't stick to things that are overly fatty. So the ranch, right, done.
So many crimes in such little time.
I feel like we've had a meticulous approach to the crimes and the logic in creating those crimes from this side, whereas I feel like we have a how do I get a GTA 5-star wanted level as quick as possible over the other side. Steamy leeks, Ebbers.
Steamy leeks, I've put some spinach in the same microwave now with a splash of water, 2 portions, chef's nibbles. They look fine, they're going to taste great, but the saving grace is going to be the cheese sauce over the top. So, the other rule that we know that people adhere to is that high fat, salt, sugar, they're the devil, right? ASA kind of regulate all the rules
did not expect you to go here.
around what you can and can't do, and high fat, salt, sugar, always the devil blanket rule. I disagree. Some of the best food cultures in the world, Italy, Greece, France and Japan, have items that are high in fat and or salt. So I'm going to make basically a sauce out of the highest fat, salt, sugar ingredients that I can to put over the leeks.
I'm staggered that you're going here, and I can see the logic. Where's your sugar?
Oh, honey.
Honey? Yes,
you know,
darling.
one of the oldest, most ancient ingredients that is great for all sorts of reasons. It's
Chuck
also
that
going
there.
in.
Lovely.
You've now put caviar and more gold leaf on the chicken nuggets.
Yes, so we're going extreme here, hyper luxe and cheap.
Right.
So this is a proper caviar. One thing I hate is people using fake caviar. Crime time. So what I'm going to do is fill this tin up with the fake caviar
And then serve it to Baz.
and then and then try and send it back.
Right.
Get our monies back.
It feels like you and Ben are taking incredibly different approaches. There is still a law in the UK that says that you're not allowed to move cows in broad daylight. You're not allowed to shake your rugs in a public place.
Oh yeah, I know that one. I know that one.
It feels like he's going on the technicality line.
Yeah, he's breaking the rule book. I've gone into a library and kicked over all the bookshelves. All right? This one might stop me from cooking on the channel ever again. We're gonna make a pate out of hot dogs.
That smells amazing.
Basically a Mornay sauce. I've started with sweating off some Italian salami, then in with garlic butter, then flour, and then we're adding in milk gradually until we end up with something that'll be kind of bechamelly, and then we're going in with the feta cheese because the feta will play nicely with our lemon and oregano rice.
What the hell are you doing?
First of all, that. Because that is actual food fraud that's been committed.
Okay.
Right, but that is a crime. What is about to happen feels like...
So traditional pate or parfait, and a reduction of alcohols. So crime time, I'm not reducing the alcohols. I'm using lovely cognac, Madeira and port, and I'm going to process them with cream, no herbs, no shallots, don't need any of that, and a jar of hot dogs. This is food fraud again, pretending something it's not. Not a fine foie gras chicken liver pate or a parfait. This is hot dog parfait, hot dog mousse.
But on your lines of making sure that it is all still delicious,
Yeah.
does the reducing of the alcohol, the adding of the shallots and the garlic, does that not add to the deliciousness?
When it's chicken livers, yes. When it's hot dogs, who knows?
This will be madness when this works.
Ooh, that isn't bad.
Isn't bad.
Yep, needs a bit of salt because the hot dogs weren't salty enough for me.
No one's ever said that.
I want to go back and tell Ebbers what's going on.
Okay.
He's blending up hot dogs
Yes, I heard.
with cream to make parfait. And it's not working. So is there any seasoning in the Mornay, or is it coming from, I guess, the feta and the bit of salami?
Yeah, I mean, salami literally stems from sal, which is salt and curing. The feta is nice and salty, it's a brined cheese. However, the final ingredient from Japan,
Oh, yeah.
because another rule of Michael Pollan's was the best food is simple and grown close to home. A good rule to live by as a rule of thumb.
Yeah.
I would say miso is not a simple operation, it's crafted and perfected, and it's definitely a long way from home. It's also a wonderful thing with dairy fat, so it's going into our sauce.
You're just going, it feels like you're going after people with quite prestigious...
I'm going after people with columns in the Telegraph, the
Yeah.
Guardian, because Ivan Salty's got one.
So I've got a bit of mace and five spice. I think I'll balance the porcine nature of this.
Okay.
That'll do. Into a lovely bag. Let's see. Oh, look at that.
Look.
That could go on a kid's cupcake and ruin their birthday party. We can save this for poker face, maybe.
Yeah. Hope my doctor's note is still working.
So I'm making small plate dishes. Plate,
Plate.
water. Let me know when you cotton on to what I'm going to do.
Wait. Have I attempted this food crime before?
You have attempted this food crime before. I'm pretty sure Barry has tried to attempt this food crime before as well.
Mike, from this stage on, I think it's important that you also don't see the crime.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Also, wow, okay.
I think keeping this bit as a surprise for you for the end of the battle.
So I'll see you at the end.
Yeah.
Are you in double figures for crimes yet?
And this side?
Yeah.
No. Important crimes. High fat, salt, sugar. Don't cook or eat food your grandmother wouldn't recognise as food. Microwaves are an attack of the senses.
When did she say that? Recently or
I mean,
in the 70s?
yeah, maybe.
Still, break it.
Break it. Oh, food close to home, yeah. Which I'm kind of sticking with because I also picked these from the garden.
Ebbers, don't worry. I think we're more than making up for...
I think we've got enough crimes for the episodes.
Excellent.
Right, this one's a bit tricky. Do the shape, Spaff. So it might not be that pretty.
This is mad.
It looks nice, doesn't it? You want a piece?
Yeah?
So that is a reduction of white wine that we cooked in the microwave with the lemon, the black pepper, the leeks, you've got that allium flavour, and then the vibrancy from some lightly steamed, microwaved spinach.
Why have you chosen this as a serving style?
Well, it's currently 28 degrees Celsius outside.
Yeah.
I don't know what
It's coming into the middle of summer.
Style is.
We're not adapted to summers here with our buildings and lack of AC, so I wanted something that could be in cold, handheld while you're at the park, walking down the street, things that are easy to share. Ooh, one attempt at this.
A little bit of fish, and all I've done with the fish is season it ahead of time with some herb salt, more of our garlic butter.
Last one.
Mike, do they provide business insurance for being cancelled online?
Of course not.
Right.
What we need now is a drink.
Squeeze a lemon just to stop the cooking.
So what do we serve a drink in? A martini glass.
Okay. Right, okay.
I can't wait to peel back the curtain.
I thought we were making a drink.
We are. I don't want them to stick together.
Oh,
So I'm
no,
gonna put this-
no, it's going to flop over the edge.
a lot bigger than I thought.
I had a peek and I wish I hadn't. What's your plating plan, Ebbers?
Not sure I have one.
Caviar in the mouth. I don't like inedible garnishes either. So we've got some lemongrass, lovely herbs, like a bouquet garni.
Yeah.
You seem confused, but there you go.
Oh my God.
Right. I'm not done yet.
What do you mean you're not done
I'm
yet?
not done yet. We still haven't used this parfait.
Oh no, even Ed's laughing.
It's gone. I thought you'd been warned off that after the live show.
No.
No? No. Right. I know I've committed some food crimes in my time, but this is different gravy. This is...
Jay, in all honesty though, is whatever you're looking at going to taste better than the crime that you made in our battle?
At this point, I honestly don't know.
Really?
I have to trust in Kush's skills. Visually, I'm not sure. And with each passing second, it gets worse.
Some bits from the garden.
Just from the pure sounds of it, you're taking a very different approach in plating.
These are called spice drops. They're like elixirs and concentrates when you can't afford to use the real ingredients. So I'm cheating. Crime time. So we've got lemongrass, ginger and kaffir lime, and I'm making an elixir for a bit of theatrics.
Right. Okay. Right. How many have you got?
A couple of kilos.
You could add such little flavour to dishes with all of those.
Prime time.
Right.
Sticking with those cooking myths that don't actually do anything, like searing a steak locks in the flavour. Adding these does anything.
What's in that one? Yeah. Right.
We love the odd prop or costume or two, but whatever is happening over there sounds ridiculous. I'm done.
Ebbers, amazing job. We are done.
And then they're going...
Well,
Right.
like a wreath, right? And lastly, we're going with some edible flowers because they look pretty, but that's not the point.
We're also done. Can I suggest we get these dishes into the sexies and then maybe we start by coming to you?
Okay, great. Well done, chefs. Right, Ebbers, what have we got?
This is my attempt to break a few rules as published by authors I actually admire. So a bunch of rules: high fat, salt, sugar is the devil. Don't eat food your grandmother wouldn't recognise as food.
Broken.
Crime time.
The best food is simple and grown locally.
Crime time.
And microwaves are an assault to the senses.
Crime time.
The dish is stuffed leeks with some haddock and some green stuff.
Oh, wow, you really know how to say it.
Where did the herb salt go?
Of the fish.
Oh, I should have said I'd already salted the fish when I gave it to you.
I put a little bit of herb salt on it.
Unintentional crime time.
Like I say, high fat, salt, sugar. It's not the devil.
That's a very delicious
Very,
dish.
very tasty. Very delicious. Well done, Ebbers.
However, I was cooking that with my ears very open, and I heard a monstrosity happening next door.
I wouldn't say monstrosity. I'd say theatre piece.
Excellent. Now that I'm into.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That was not the small plates restaurant I was expecting to walk into.
That's what the smell is. I thought you had just lime leaves.
No, but sudden was sudden. Every chef knows. Bay's the answer.
Are
They're
they
wrapped.
Vietnamese rolls?
Yeah, so I
A whole tin of caviar.
Yep, for garnish, because it, impact. Whole lobster. There's no lobster in a dish, but why not? Some custom-made cutlery, because I know how, you like good quality cutlery.
And gardening.
And gardening. Bay leaves, we know they do nothing, but I thought put as many of in as possible.
I can smell them.
They might make a difference. And then we've got some theatre coming up with our Southeast Asian glitter elixir. Mike, If you want to pour the glitter elixir down the shaft of the cup,
Oh my
I'll
God.
pour my elixir in and light the firework.
Kush,
Yeah.
thank you. This is all the madness that I expected. The smell is incredible. Who knew that smell came off bay?
No, that's the elixir. Oh, that's the elixir. Smell the CO2.
Food theatre. I would say for the sake of food theatre.
Yeah.
But it's brought such a smile to all of our faces. Is that not the point?
Mad.
I feel like we're in a club and we
Yeah.
paid £5,000 for a table.
Yeah.
Bottle of Dom.
And that's how our bottle of Dom has arrived.
Yeah.
Is that truffle?
Yeah. So we've got a tasting menu.
Excellent.
Right. Ramen carbonara with truffle and truffle oil. Gold leaf nuggets with caviar on brioche. We have some A5 Kagoshima Wagyu beef, tater tot cheeseburger dauphinoise. And then over here we have a Indo-Japanese, Korean, Sri Lankan tuna mayo bibimbap biryani roll. And each one's piped with
15 years were good.
Yeah.
It's over.
It's been alright, hasn't it?
And then
gone.
each one is crowned with a little nest of hot dog parfait. We have lobster, scallop shell, and caviar.
It's just
Excellent.
for decor.
Just for decor, yeah.
You're a lunatic and I love you.
Just excellently, brilliantly atrocious.
Chopsticks or?
No, it's a sharer, like I said. So this is something that you can pick up, take a bite, and pass it around.
Okay, so it's a...
Hygiene crime
It's a
as well.
walking and talking style dish that you can eat on the streets. It's
Oh, they're so cold.
I'll take the
And
caviar off and the lobster.
Conversation starter, that's for sure.
We'll save the lobster for the next table.
Oh, they're so long, Ebbers.
I know, and it's the exact texture you'd expect of a Vietnamese roll, but not of ramen.
You need to taste it with the parfait. It's a complex mouthful.
That's on the internet forever.
The parfait tastes like elevated hot dog.
Good.
It's the texture of blending cooked protein that...
I didn't get any of the parfait. I'm left with truffly carbonara.
A lot of truffle, eh? This one was tricky to force a bun and firm nuggets into a roll.
I saw how that carbonara is made, and I'm actually really quite impressed that it tastes like that with how you went about putting it together. I don't want the parfait.
Have the parfait. Have the parfait. This is the chicken nugget caviar gold leaf burger with ranch.
The ranch, that's what I was trying to work out the sauce.
Yep.
There you go. I pulled you off an end.
I mean, it tastes like a good chicken nugget.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does.
Chicken thigh, not
Yep.
breast.
Oh, what is that?
So it's inside the Wagyu is a tater tot dauphinoise and it's made to taste like a green chili cheeseburger. Jalapenos, pickles, burger cheese, cream cheese.
That's not salt in the senses.
Yeah.
And the first one, I'm going back for a second mouthful.
He likes that one. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's everything.
I'm so confused because the whole room smells of that fragrant cloud that you made,
Of Southeast Asian flavours.
and yet none of this tastes like it.
Exactly. Crime time.
And what's this last one?
This one is the biryani bibimbap via Japan and a bit of Sri Lanka.
It looks
This is the spiciest.
toxic. It was glow in the dark.
It is glow in the dark. That was the packet mix.
Oh goodness me!
Yeah.
Actually, all the sweet, almost the cinnamon and the rich spices, not just a
wow.
heat spice.
That is banging. Fantastic job, boys. That was not an afternoon I expected to have.
Well, these recipes are just one of the reasons we are doing Thyme at our next summer live show, where we are at the Culinary Rehabilitation and Penal Felicity. She's not there, it's a facility.
It's basically 2 live streamed days where we need to rehabilitate ourselves for food crimes such as these. Do come and join us. It's one of the most fun points of our year. Everyone gets stuck in. It's uncut, it's live, it's chaotic, but there is some really good food at the heart of it, and hopefully some lessons learned and some rehabilitation.
We'll all come out the other end of it slightly better, maybe.
Let's hope if we ever get out of it.
And Felicity, I really hope you can, mate.